Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from the palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It's Thursday, August the 18th, 2021.
I'm not awake right now.
Oh, wake your little behind up.
I need my beauty sleep.
Well, you need your beauty sleep. You need an awful lot more than that, okay?
You sound different in person.
Okay, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to sound like. You know, I'm the same person whether I'm in person or not in person. It's 6:07 on the Get Up and Go show. Mr. Clock, would you please certify the time?
It's now 6:07 a.m.
6:07 a.m. and the show is off and running at warp speed on, I don't want to say steroids, but we're off and running at warp speed this morning, Bonnie.
No, we're never on steroids around here.
Don't believe in that stuff.
No, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of energy drink maybe once in a while.
Don't need the juice, that's for sure. Anyway, how are you this morning? You walked in bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, power walking right through the front door like usual.
Well, you know, I was getting into my XM radio on the way home from work yesterday, Evan, and I'm still trying to find out, I was checking out different stations. I was getting into, E Street yesterday.
Okay.
Margaritaville.
Okay.
Tom Petty.
Okay.
Into some Pearl Jam.
Okay.
So there was this one that I heard on Margaritaville radio. I wonder if the listeners could help me out.
Okay.
So Bruce Springsteen's Atlantic City. I love his version, I swear.
Okay.
But I heard of this country music kind of twangy version of it on Margaritaville where they played, it was like with banjos and great harmonies. There were a number of vocalists throughout singing the lyrics, and it was kind of like a boot stomping feel to it.
And you couldn't figure out the name?
I can't figure out who did it.
Okay.
I know that the band has done it.
Okay.
However, when I got home to ask Alexa to play it, I could only find the band's version, and it wasn't the same song.
Okay. Can I help you out with that?
Yeah.
Okay. There's an app that you can put on your phone. Okay. And it's called Shazam. That's what it looks like. Okay. And all you do is you tap that little button while a song is playing, and within 3 seconds, it will tell you the name of the song and the name of the artist.
Oh, that's a very cool
Just
app.
like that.
Yeah.
There's a game show called Beat Shazam. It's on TV, hosted by Jamie Foxx. And it's based off of this app.
Okay.
It's amazing.
And, usually on the XM radio, like on Gary's radio in the car, I think his will give the title and artist.
They usually do.
And on mine, all it's giving me was Atlantic City, not who it's by.
Really?
Could it be this Riley Green that I'm seeing? No.
Not sure.
Yeah. I have to find out who this country music band was, what version of this was, because it was so, it just got me so upbeat. I thought it was kind of a pretty version of the song.
Okay. Well, you're hell-bent on finding out this song, aren't you?
I really am.
All right.
But I think, like I said, Bruce Springsteen's version is very, very sweet, too.
Okay.
I think I've always just liked the song.
All right. Very good. So I was just curious about something. I was sitting here thinking, what would the listeners do if I were to say, I want to give $100 away of my own money to a certain caller number? Would the phones really light up this early in the morning?
I'm sure that they would, Evan.
I don't know.
Do you have $100 that you want to give away here?
I actually thought about doing that. Just I don't know. I'm like in a generous mood.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I'm going to do it yet, but the thought crossed my mind as I was driving in this morning that just maybe one morning I'll just for whatever caller number, I'll give away $100 bill.
Well, you need to do promotion of that sort of thing then too, and just kind of promote the fact that you are giving or we are giving. And, I think that one would do well with some listeners more toward the holidays.
Yeah.
When people need that extra holiday
Or
cash.
they could just throw it in the nightstand and put it away till the holiday.
Exactly.
Whichever one. But I don't know. I just had this wild hair up my behind about doing something like that. So I'm debating it.
I would talk to Carol and Greg, maybe Ann, about that one and see if you can get something rolling with a little bit of a promotion, because it is a terrific idea.
Well, it's coming out of my personal pocket, so it wouldn't be, so to speak, a station promotion, just I don't know. I have to think on this one. I've
Okay.
got to put the thinking cap on extra high on this one and figure out how I would want to do
Now
it.
that $100, that's not all going to be in pennies, is it?
No, it won't be in pennies. Oh, you know what? Boy, you just set off a light bulb. That's a great idea. That's what? How many pennies would that be? If 100 pennies is $1, so 1,000 pennies is $10. So that would be 10,000 pennies.
Would it be?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
10,000.
you for doing that math for me.
I just did that in the top of my head. So now, how many rolls of pennies that would be? Pennies is 50 cents.
Will it be 100 rolls of pennies, wouldn't it?
Let me think.
Or
I got
would
to
it be
think for a minute.
200
Now,
rolls
boy, this is early to think. This is way early to
If
think.
it's 50 cents for every roll of pennies,
50
it
is
would
$1.
have to be 200 rolls of
So,
pennies.
is
I
it
do believe.
200. Okay, so 2 rolls is $1. 20 rolls is $10. And 200 rolls. Yes.
Yeah.
100% right. 200 rolls of pennies.
You could go give the bank $100 bill, and I'm sure they would be glad to wrap up some pennies
Give
for
me
you.
200 rolls of pennies.
Penny for your thoughts.
You know how much that would weigh? That would be pretty heavy.
That would.
Yeah.
You would need you would need a truck to bring home all the pennies.
Shopping cart or something. Or I could just dump them in somebody's front yard.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Call in and register, and we take everybody's name. Yeah, all right, here we go. All right, now the wheels are turning. Wheels are turning here. Okay, wheels are turning. Call in and register. We do it for like 2 weeks in a row. We get everybody's name and address over the phone. And then we pick a name and address out of a hat after 2 weeks. And that person gets 200 rolls of pennies dumped in their front yard.
I like that idea. And we can call it our Pennies from Heaven.
Pennies from Heaven, yes.
Promotion.
There you go. There you go. Look, we just thought of something just like verbatim right on top of my hat.
Cool idea. And, right before those holidays, we should do something.
But now, would I be the type that would give 200 rolls of pennies? Or would I just take a conglomerate of pennies, not rolled up at all, and dump them in somebody's yard? I think I would go for the latter of the two.
Yeah.
All the loose pennies, not rolled up, and just dump them at somebody's yard and get their address.
I think you should roll them up, and because some people are really particular about their yards, their lawns.
Yeah, but hey, if I'm giving away $100 out of my money in pennies, they can take it any way they get it for free. They can't be choosy about that one.
Yeah,
and
I guess
then,
however you want to do it.
Then I could be on my phone when I do it too. Like, hey, Bonnie, I'm here at this location, and you're back here at the studio, and we're at so and so's location, and we're about to drop off, thousands of pennies.
Yeah.
At so and so's location. Wow. Okay.
Pennies. Now there's something that I don't accumulate pennies, or I don't save pennies like I do neckels. No, I don't even save nickels, quarters and dimes.
Maybe I could get Megan McRoberts to cover the news, do a news story on it.
Yeah.
I mean, this could go viral.
It could.
It could be viral.
It could be.
They do a story on it, right? Heaven sent pennies from heaven. Man, this is great. We're thinking of all these things to call this thing.
Yeah.
And now I hope that G and them aren't listening, because I don't want them to steal the idea that you and I came up with.
They'll come up with some ideas of their own.
Yeah.
I'm sure. They're always
all right.
Very what's the word I want to look for?
I don't know.
Or I want to say.
Get your magnifying glass out. You might find it.
They're very lucrative.
Okay.
In getting new ideas together.
I have to talk to the boss though. I got to talk to the boss and make sure it's okay that I do that. And the boss meaning my wife.
Oh,
to make sure I can give away $100 out of my personal money.
As long as it's not her $100.
No, it'll come out of
away. Right?
I have a separate bank account that it's called my Play account that I keep extra money in.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe I can do something like that. Now, of course, you know what? I definitely would run the idea by Carol and Greg and see what they say.
Yeah.
And get some ideas from them.
I have a funny feeling they would like the idea.
Yeah, we got a phone call right now. Maybe somebody will put their 2 cents in. Nobody. get there.
Right?
Oh, they hung up.
Oh.
Oh man, that was cold.
Well, I hope they call me back and let me know who the singers were of Atlantic City, if
Yeah.
that's what they were calling about.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe it's Lady Antebellum. Is it
Lady Antebellum?
I wonder if it was them.
But now it's Lady A. They're called Lady A now.
They are. I got to look this up. Does Lady A do Atlantic City? Because it sounds like it could have been them.
Right. Maybe. Possibly.
It was just one of the best darn versions
you
of
are
Atlantic
really,
City that I've heard.
You're so bent on finding this out. It like really bothers you.
You know, I am, because I want to, just listen to that song while I'm working in my kitchen.
Okay.
And
cooking.
Yeah.
No, we didn't cook dinner last night, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't cook dinner. I went, okay. So here, I'm going to tell you something, but I'm not going to say the place. Okay, because I don't want to badger the place. I will never badger a restaurant by name on the air.
Yeah, we don't really like to do that sort of thing.
I went somewhere yesterday and I had lunch with a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Okay. And I ordered a grilled chicken ranch wrap. It's a grilled chicken ranch wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it had, and you could order the chicken inside either grilled or fried. So I did the grilled chicken ranch wrap. Now inside the wrap was grilled chicken, lettuce, diced tomatoes, and ranch dressing. All inside.
All great ingredients.
Yeah, sounds delish.
Yeah.
Sounds really good. I didn't like it.
Oh man.
Didn't like it. No. It sounded great. It looked great in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
But when I bit into it, the chicken was rubbery.
Oh yeah.
It was a little rubbery.
Oh, that's not a good.
And again, I'm not gonna say that. I'll tell you off air what place it was.
Okay.
Okay. I will, because I know you're probably curious.
Yeah.
But I won't say on air where it was.
Do I know where to go to the place already?
I'm not gonna say. Okay. Not gonna say, because that possibly could give it away. But I will never order. I'm still going to go back to this establishment.
Yeah.
Because I'm a huge fan of this place.
Yeah.
But just because that one particular dish was not good.
Maybe they were just a little bit off with that.
It was
night.
just different.
But you really don't want to be off with chicken.
No.
Or pork.
No, not at all. I should have went with my gut feeling and had what I usually get there.
You know, what was the nastiest thing that I ever encountered was once in a while I like to get a Hot Pocket maybe from a gas station for work. And
those frozen hot, you buy them at the store. They come two in a little box.
Yeah.
And you put them like in a either toaster or microwave or whatever. They come like pizza, pepperoni, and things like that.
I opened it up and this one had been all moldy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
That happened one time.
Oh, that's disgusting.
But I mean,
from a gas station?
I'll still go and get, those things once in a while. Not all the time.
Was it frozen?
No, it wasn't. It was just.
They must have let it. Yeah, because you're supposed to keep those frozen.
Yeah, it was just moldy.
Oh, that had to turn your stomach.
Oh, that did.
Lost your appetite real quick, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I didn't have anything to eat for the rest of the night.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Wow. Okay. All right. Very good.
I got sick and more sick.
Oh, yuck. That's disgusting. 6:20 on the Thursday morning edition of the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Let's go to the news desk where Bonnie's standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The governor is standing his ground when it comes to his ban on student mask mandates. Ron DeSantis says the State Board of Education should and will punish school districts for violating the order.
There will obviously be consequences, I think, in probably a number of different ways. And at the end of the day, you have local officials who do not believe they need to follow the law.
Florida's largest school district, Miami-Dade, is now joining Broward and Alachua counties in mandating masks for students. As the highly contagious Delta variant of COVID-19 continues to spread across the country, mask mandates and recommendations have been reinstated by agencies like the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, along with many schools and businesses. The most recent mask update comes from the Transportation Security Administration Administration, which states it will extend its travel mask mandate for those traveling by airplane, train, and bus through January 18, 2022. In light of these revised guidelines, you may be looking to update your mask collection or replace your older reusable masks. At Reviewed, they've tested plenty of reusable face masks on the market, and ranking as Reviewed's best overall choice for a reusable mask was Athleta's face mask, providing an exceptional balance between protection and breathability. The triple layered mask uses a polyester and spandex blend with a cotton liner, achieving an ultra comfortable fit that's perfect for summertime heat and humidity. The Miami-Dade County School District is joining Broward and Alachua counties in defying state orders regarding student mask mandates. The battle now shifts to the courtroom.
Tallahassee judge today hearing arguments in the case filed by more than 24 parents who claim the governor and state education officials are violating the Florida Constitution by not letting school boards enact safety measures.
The public option needs to remain a safe option for every child to learn and for every child to go to school.
Judy Hayes says her son with Down syndrome needs a universal mask mandate. Ron DeSantis stands by the Parents' Bill of Rights.
It's really up to the parent, and that's not because I say so. That's because that's what Florida law commands.
His attorneys contend the case should be thrown out because courts can't impose statewide policy. I'm Eric Rodriguez.
The Martin County Sheriff's Office said it is currently down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. An additional 2 are currently out with COVID. WPTV's Derek Lowe with the story.
As Martin County students return to school, student safety is top of mind.
It's a big deal, especially because I only have a first grader at Treasure Coast, and she's, on a one-track mind across the street, not looking both ways.
Parents like Nicole Ferguson are worried about the current need for school crossing guards.
It's extremely important. Our kids are crossing the streets. Makes they're more visible. They have the protective gear on to alert the drivers.
The Martin County Sheriff's Office says it's down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. 2 additional guards are currently missing time because of COVID-19 protocols.
We have posted it. We posted it here internally. We put it out on the website. We put it out on Facebook.
Chief Deputy John Budenseek says the shortage has caused changes to the school day routine.
And we had evolved into stopping traffic so buses could get out onto the road or cars could get out on the road. So we've had to reevaluate that and go back to our roots, which is just crossing children across the street.
Deputies and civilian service aides are also stepping in at an additional cost.
I'm sure a deputy's pay versus a $15 an hour crossing guard pay is, pretty substantial that they're having to fill that gap.
Public safety remains top priority as the Sheriff's Office looks to fill the ongoing need.
It's concerning, but it's also great to know that the Sheriff's Office is, having the deputies out there helping during that lap over.
In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
As a significant strategy to manage the city's growth and provide more mobility options for residents and visitors, the Port St. Lucie Council is poised to adopt a new transportation vision by implementing a mobility plan and fee for new development. The City Council will conduct its first public hearing on the mobility plan fee on Monday, August 23, at its meeting that begins at 6:30 p.m. at City Hall. The second public hearing and vote on final adoption is scheduled for September 13 at 6:30 p.m. For more details on the proposed mobility plan and fee, including information on misconceptions versus facts, please visit cityofpsl.com/mobility fees. And lastly, Disney World is revising its face mask policy again. Masks have been optional for guests in outdoor common areas since mid-May, but starting today, Disney says they will also be optional at outdoor attractions and outdoor theaters. Kevin Pillar hit a 3-home run. It hit a 3-run home run, that is, in the 12th inning, lifting the New York Mets over the San Francisco Giants 6-2 on Wednesday, hours after the team's owner called out its hitters for a lack of production With his club stuck in a 5-game skid, Mets owner Steve Cohen tweeted Wednesday morning that it's hard to understand how professional hitters can be this unproductive. The best teams have a more disciplined approach. The slugging and ops numbers don't lie. Pilar admitted the comment was a topic of conversation in New York's clubhouse before the game. News time is 6:26, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
.627 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a Thursday morning edition. It's time for traffic and weather together.
And the traffic here, we're seeing everything really fine on our roadways. We're not finding any accidents to report, and the major highways all up to speed throughout Martin and St. Lucie County at the moment. And there's your latest look at traffic. It's 79 under a clear sky in Stewart, and in Chester, England, rain showers and 60. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 70s to low 80s under mostly clear skies, and a couple of dotted showers for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, heat index values in the triple digits. We'll see some hazy sunshine with a 20% chance for some inland showers. Tomorrow and Saturday, highs in the low 90s, abundant sunshine and some inland showers possible, but rain chances only at 20%. Sunday through Monday, hazy sunshine with a few more showers and storms, mainly focused around the lake, highs in the low 90s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
6:31 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie. It's a Thursday morning edition. It's time for viral videos. Now, Now, Bonnie, I know how much of a cat lover you are, and this video is directed straight at you.
All right.
You're going to really like this video.
With my cat hair all over me this morning.
Yes.
Achoo. That's why I'm sneezing.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If a cat's paws are up against a touch lamp, you know what a touch lamp is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can turn it on and off just by a
Touching
simple
it.
touch.
Right.
Yeah.
So if a cat's paws are up against a touch lamp, will that lamp turn on when you touch your cat's nose? What do you think?
I don't knows.
You don't knows?
I don't know.
Okay, well, listen to this and watch this video.
Yo, that's crazy. So the touch lamp is working with the cat's nose because the cat is connected to the light. I ain't never seen some like this. All right, somebody duet this and try it.
How about that one?
That's pretty cool. So his cat's little paws are up against that lamp.
Right.
And he's simply touching the cat's nose, and it's turning the light on and off.
Turning the light on and off and on and off and on and off.
They should play a little children's song.
Now, it's
to
only
that.
when you touch the cat's nose.
Yeah.
If he went to scratch the cat's head and it did nothing, but when he touched the tip of the cat's nose, the light went on and off.
Must have all of those little veins, those little electric signals flowing all through its nose, maybe.
I need to talk to an electrician about that one.
Yeah.
That's definitely different.
I wonder, like, if there's some kind of a scientific reason that the lamp's turning on and off.
I don't know.
The nose.
Only the nose, though. When you touch the cat's head, nothing happens.
What about his little ear? Wonder if you touch the inside of his ears, maybe?
Nothing happened, just the nose.
Mighty strange.
Now, keep in mind, the nose is wet, right? Am I correct? Cats' noses and dogs' noses are usually
they are.
They're a little wet. So maybe it has something to do with it's conducting something. I don't know.
That might...
I don't know. I'm not an electrician.
That's a theory. That could be.
So we find another video. Life can be cruel for a toddler who just found out that dogs don't lay eggs. Yes.
They don't.
I
always thought they did now.
The truth brought this little girl absolutely to tears.
Oh, my.
And it's a video that's going viral. Listen.
You're sad because I said what?
You said dogs don't lay eggs.
Oh.
That's why that made me sad.
I'm sorry it made you sad. Maybe we can pretend that dogs lay eggs.
Now, why would the mom is like, well, you can pretend dogs lay eggs.
Yeah.
And that's just only going to add more fuel to the fire when the toddler gets around a dog and expects the dog to lay an egg, and it doesn't.
Little doggy, please lay an egg.
Please lay an egg.
You know, maybe they live on a farm, and maybe the toddler has seen a hen lay eggs before.
I don't know.
And maybe they're on a farm and has witnessed it before, and maybe thinks that the dog should lay one too.
I don't know. Lastly, last viral video is a British competitive eater named Max Stanford ate 50 Taco Bell beef tacos in under an hour.
50 of them.
It's a 9-pound platter that came in at 8,500 calories.
So we unwrap these bad boys, and they look amazing. They're super heavy though, so yeah, 50 is going to be an interesting one to try and hit.
He's just cranking away at these tacos. And then what he does, look at this.
Excited to look guy.
He squirts whipped cream in his mouth.
Why whipped cream after tacos?
I don't know.
Oh, because maybe it's the heat from the
I don't know.
taco
And
sauce.
there's the last one, and he's done. And then he's going to talk. Wow.
That's a nice tray of tacos, too. Now I could go for some. That's one beautiful...
That was so intense. I'm going to go now. Peace out. Bye.
Yeah, and then he probably spilt his cookies.
You know, that just gave me an idea. like if I have a little party with the kids over again, or the nephews and nieces, I'm going to get a tray of tacos like that.
That's not a bad idea.
That's not. I bet that wouldn't be so
It was
expensive
like it was
either.
like a
Taco Bell.
It was like a pizza tray that holds a pizza. It was a round circular.
Yeah.
And then they had the tacos like around like that, and then they were in closer and in closer.
It reminds me of one of those nice holiday trays too, Evan, where they have the shrimp around in the circular holiday tray.
And you can actually make a taco tray up all by yourself.
Yeah, you
by
could.
just cooking up the chopped meat, getting the taco mix.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, and then just fill them all by yourself and slap a little whipped cream and some cheese and lettuce. And
make it look all pretty. Maybe I'll do that for Christmas this year. Make that as one of the dishes.
There you go.
And then nobody will eat it because I made it.
No. Now, see, don't be going there.
That's been going on.
What, really?
I don't know why.
You're still having that issue?
My family is afraid to eat what I make. I don't know what's going on.
Well, you brought food in here and I ate it.
I know.
I didn't get sick. I didn't get sick.
No, but that looks like a good idea for Christmas.
Okay.
I like to get the shrimp trays, the round
I
shrimp
need to have a
trays for the
conversation
holidays.
with your family.
Yeah.
And set them straight.
That's right.
They need to appreciate you more. That's the way I
Well,
look
at least
things.
John ate when he came over to the house the other night. And we keep our house clean. So,
Right.
But he had, of course, we ordered out. We had Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know the average woman will purchase 220 candles over the course of her life?
220?
200. Are you a
That's it?
candle? Are you a candle? Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It sounds like they should purchase more.
Are
Assuming.
you a candle lover? Do you
Yeah.
like candles?
I like to sniff them too, but
Okay.
you're not supposed to sniff them now when you go out because of the COVID-19 thing. They don't want
exactly.
you sniffing them.
No.
But it's hard not to.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause-
when you see that delightful candle and it says ocean scent on
Mm-hmm.
it, or pine tree candle.
I
the
love
pretty
walking.
green,
I love
gotta
walking down the
smell.
aisle at my local Publix where they have all the candles in the one section, and it just it smells so good. Down. I wish I could get my
yeah.
house to smell like aisle 35 at Publix. I'm serious. You ever
Yeah.
walk down the aisle where the candles are?
It smells pretty
You
good.
have the candles. You have all the fabric softener. You have all the laundry detergent.
all that
all the
sweet
air
smell
fresheners,
going.
right? And it smells so pretty.
Mhm.
And then you say to yourself, how do I get my house to smell like this?
You know, that's how I'm feeling when I walk into my pantry lately because of the Glad garbage bags that I got.
Yeah, we
from
have some of those here.
Ollie's.
We have
Yeah.
some of those here that have the scent on them.
That smells sweet, and
Yeah.
it makes the room get like a sweet odor. And my pantry's smelling like, gosh, my pantry's like it's the best smelling room in the house because of those Glad bags.
Just move in there.
Right?
Right? Just move in there.
Or maybe I'll move the trash Glad bags into the bedroom or something.
There you go. That's an idea.
Get the sweet smell of trash
There
and
you
sweet
go.
bags.
Did you know that more than half of men under the age of 30 say that they do not own a suit? A suit. Now, does Gary own any suits?
Yeah.
Okay, I
Yeah.
do. I've got a whole boatload
Yeah.
because of what I do.
I bet you do.
I got a bunch of tuxes.
Oh, you got to have them.
But they say that
Yeah.
guys over more than half of guys under the age of 30 do not own a suit.
Half
at
of
all.
them.
Yeah, half
Yeah.
of them don't own suits.
Well, they should get on that thing.
They need to
'cause
get on that thing.
You never know when an event comes along and you'll have to be wearing a suit.
Did you know for the average person, being fully awake occurs at around 9:40 in the morning? Fully awake. Now, are you fully awake right now?
You know, I'm just a little tired this morning because I
Okay.
didn't sleep very well.
So you're about 80%.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm 100.
Are
I'm
ya?
100% awake. I'm
That's
always
great.
wide awake. Always, unless I don't get sleep the night before.
Yeah.
But last night I set up a little late. I think I went to bed at like 9:30 last night, and that's like an hour and a half past my bedtime.
So they say at 9:30 a.m. is when you're the most wide awake.
9:40 in the
Yeah.
morning. Yeah, 9:40 in the morning is what they say. Did you know 65% of women agree if a guy does speak nicely about his family, he's probably going to get, this doesn't make sense. He's going to probably
Get some money.
get another.
Get another family.
I don't know. That doesn't make sense what they wrote.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of the stuff doesn't make sense.
Right.
Did you know 30% of adults have switched a price tag while out shopping?
You have done that?
Guilty.
Really?
Yeah, guilty.
I've never done that one.
Guilty. I did it ages ago.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah, if I was too cheap to buy something,
Yeah.
I'd swap the price tag.
Oh.
Yeah, I would in a heartbeat. but the stores have gotten wise to things like that.
Yeah.
Because now everything is digital. So when you scan it, it comes up as what the item
as
is.
what it actually
yeah,
is.
it is.
Yeah, the scanners
So,
are fancy now.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
They know.
So if like you want to buy this microwave and you don't want to spend all this money on a microwave and there's a toaster, you switch the price tag on it thinking it'll just ring up the price of the toaster.
Right.
And then you go to
doesn't.
check out and it says microwave in the LED screen.
Yeah.
And it's like,
catch ya.
yeah, you're busted.
I never got into doing that, and I can say I've never shoplifted before either. I was with a group of girls when we were in our teens where the group of friends were getting into that zone where they thought they could go in the corner store, the little convenience store you always go during, or, when school's out.
Right.
And they got in the habit of starting to take little bags of chips and stuff
wow.
like that. And I never did it.
Okay.
I don't know if I've never had the guts to do it or I just didn't want to do it.
Okay.
But I might have, but I can't. I think I did walk out of a store before.
Okay.
Daydreaming and maybe carrying something that I should have paid for. Honestly, I think I did that at one time out of Walmart.
Okay. This next one comes from my favorite magazine. According to no, I'm sorry, not my favorite. It's the other magazine that I read, Good Housekeeping. Did you know that according to a survey from Good Housekeeping, coffee is the most noticeable smell when you walk into a room? That is so true.
Oh, yeah.
That is 150% true.
That's why I love going to breakfast in the restaurants and that good smell of coffee.
And it's crazy because I love the smell of coffee. I absolutely
but you don't
love.
Drink it.
I can't drink it.
You can't.
I can't. I don't like the taste.
But you still.
I can sit there and you can put a cup of piping hot coffee with the aroma coming off under my nose, and I will sit there for an hour and I can enjoy the smell of a good, fresh brewed cup of coffee.
You should get like a coffee candle then. I'm sure they make them now.
It won't be the same though, I don't think.
Maybe.
I don't think it'd be the same. But I just cannot stomach tasting coffee.
I bet you
it's
love
weird.
it. I bet you love it like on a Saturday or a Sunday morning if Rachel gets up to make some and you wake up.
Well, she doesn't do brewed. See,
smell it.
she'd use the Keurig.
Oh,
so you
okay.
can't really, you don't get that brew.
Yeah.
Like if you're using a Mr. Coffee pot, it's a whole different ball game.
I like the smell.
You know what the
too.
number 2 smell is? Peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Number 2 smell.
That's the number 2 noticeable smell when you walk into a room.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Peanut butter. Huh?
Peanut butter. Coffee number 1, peanut butter
Smells
number 2.
like peanut butter in here. You have peanut breath.
Okay, I'm glad I do. Can you tell if it's Jif or is it what's the other one?
Skippy.
Skippy.
Skippy's a good brand.
Whatever. Or do I have crunchy peanut breath? There you go. Did you know Mondays are the worst days to send emails? It's when we're most likely to make typographical errors.
Monday is?
Yep. And most likely to have an angry overall tone to what we write in the email.
Well, we have our mind probably still on the weekend and focused maybe still on what we did in the weekend. And it's just your level of concentration might be down more on a Monday, I suppose.
Here's an interesting health stat. And I did not know this until I just read this. Did you know that the heart is not on the left side of the chest? Contrary to belief, the heart is found between the right and left lungs, slightly tilts to the left.
Oh, see, I know nothing about that.
Okay.
I should have
Very
paid
interesting.
attention. I know we did have that in anatomy.
Right.
Yeah, but it wasn't my strongest subject, so I don't know about that.
I'm reading this next thing silently before I read it, and I think you'll get a kick. You'll get a kick out of this one. Did you know that 7% of ladies blow dry their hair before they weigh themselves? You know why they do that?
Because they think they're going to weigh more with that wet hair.
No, because they believe it makes them lighter. It dries the hair.
Yeah.
So if they think that it's going to make them lighter, that's why they blow dry their hair.
But does it make them lighter?
They believe it does.
Getting the wetness out of it.
They believe it does.
I mean, I would be one to consider. Yeah, I think it would make me seem a little lighter.
Well, yeah,
maybe by an ounce.
When you're Well, when your hair is wet, okay, when your hair is wet, it's heavy.
Yeah, you get that wet, heavy, wet down feeling.
I mean,
right?
have you ever been? Well, I don't think you have, but I have been hit by somebody's wet hair before. There was a old girlfriend of mine eons ago.
Hit by her wet hair.
Yes, eons ago. She was joking around, playing around, and she took her, and her hair was down to her butt. So it was all, she just got out of the shower and she took it and she just slung it at me right across my back.
Oh my gosh.
And wow, did that hurt?
Did it sting or
Yes.
what, right?
Yes.
I can imagine.
I'm like, what the heck are you doing?
Like getting hit with a heavy wet horse mane or something.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
I mean, oh my gosh.
That was painful.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't you dare ever do that again. I'm like, that was assault with a wet hair tie or something.
Yep.
Normally it's assault and battery, but that was assault with wet hair.
With wet hair.
Yeah. It is 6:47 on the Get Up and Go show on a Thursday morning. It's time for news, all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on any type of precious metals, please go see Hawk Levy at St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Here's Bonnie with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. President Joe Biden said he is willing to keep U.S. troops in Afghanistan until every American who wants to leave the country is evacuated. Americans should understand that we're going to try to get it done before August 31st, Biden said in an interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos. The president previously set an August 31st deadline to end the U.S. military mission in Afghanistan, but when pressed on whether Americans would be left behind, Biden told Stephanopoulos that he would be willing to stay beyond the deadline if more Americans needed to be evacuated. Up to 15,000 Americans were reportedly in Afghanistan following the Taliban's takeover. In the interview, Biden defended the Afghanistan withdrawal despite the chaotic nature of the past week. Biden added that no one expected the Taliban to take over Afghanistan in a matter of days. The Martin County Sheriff's Office said it is currently down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. An additional 2 are currently out with COVID, and WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
As Martin County students return to school, student safety is top of mind.
It's a big deal, especially because I only have a first grader at Treasure Coast, and she's, on a one-track mind across the street, not looking both ways.
Parents like Nicole Ferguson are worried about the current need for school crossing guards.
It's extremely important. Our kids are crossing the streets. It makes them more visible. They have the protective gear on to alert the drivers.
The Martin County Sheriff's Office says it's down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. 2 additional guards are currently missing time because of COVID-19 protocols.
We have posted it. We posted it here internally. We put it out on the website. We put it out on Facebook.
Chief Deputy John Budenseek says the shortage has caused changes to the school day routine.
And we had evolved into stopping traffic so buses could get out onto the road or cars could get out on the road. So we've had to reevaluate that and go back to our roots, which is just crossing children across the street.
Deputies and civilian service aides are also stepping in at an additional cost.
I'm sure a deputy's pay versus a $15 an hour crossing guard pay is, pretty substantial that they're having to fill that gap.
Public safety remains top priority as the Sheriff's Office looks to fill the ongoing need.
It's concerning, but it's also great to know that the Sheriff's Office is, having the deputies out there helping during that lap over.
In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
The Miami-Dade County School District is joining Broward and Alachua counties in defying state orders regarding student mask mandates. The battle now shifts to the courtroom.
The Tallahassee judge today hearing arguments in the case filed by more than 24 parents who claim the governor and state education officials are violating the Florida Constitution by not letting school boards enact safety measures.
The public option needs to remain a safe option for every child to learn and for every child to go to school.
Judy Hayes says her son with Down syndrome needs a universal mask mandate. Ron DeSantis stands by the Parents' Bill of Rights.
It's really up to the parent, and that's not because I say so. That's because that's what Florida law commands.
His attorneys contend the case should be thrown out because courts can't impose statewide policy. I'm Eric Rodriguez.
H.M. Ridgely, project manager for Bluefield Grove Water Farm, stood on the edge of a wide open field with outstretched arms. This is the first place of this size where we can put water that would end up in the St. Lucie River, Ridgely said, raising his voice above the whirring of diesel pumps beside him. This benefits the Treasure Coast region because this is the water that lands here every year, and it always goes to the river because there's no place to put it. State water managers cut the ribbon Wednesday on Bluefield Grove, a $2.7 million stormwater storage and treatment project in western St. Lucie County. The 6,600-acre water farm is designed to reduce nutrient loads and excess surface water discharges from the C-23 basin entering the St. Lucie estuary, according to the South Florida Water Management District. As a significant strategy to manage the city's growth and provide more mobility options for residents and visitors, the Port St. Lucie City Council is poised to adopt a new transportation vision by implementing a mobility plan and fee for new development. The City Council will conduct its first public hearing on the mobility plan fee on Monday, August 23, at its meeting that begins at 6:30 p.m. at City Hall. The second public hearing and vote on final adoption is scheduled for September 13 at 6:30 p.m. For more details on the proposed mobility plan and fee, go to cityofpsl.com/mobility fees. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty for the man accused of killing a Daytona Beach police officer. Officer Jason Rayner died this week after being shot in the head almost 2 months ago, allegedly by Othell Wallace. Lastly, Garth Brooks is canceling the 5 remaining concerts on his stadium tour due to COVID-19. These are stops in Cincinnati, Charlotte, North Carolina, Baltimore, Foxborough, Massachusetts, and Nashville. Here's his statement. In July, I sincerely thought the pandemic was falling behind us. Now watching this new wave, I realize we are still in the fight and I must do my part. It is with a heavy heart we announce the decision to cancel all 5 shows. He's planning to reschedule and start over when this wave is behind us. Aaron Rodgers and the beautiful mystery tour will continue this season, whether or not it's his last with the Packers. After an off-season in which he stayed away while he tried to get the Packers to acquiesce to how he believes he should be involved, resulting in a restructured contract that makes it much easier for the quarterback to play somewhere else in 2022. Rodgers is trying to make one thing clear, saying, quote, I don't want a farewell tour. I don't know what's going to happen after the season, but I'm going to enjoy it with the right perspective for sure and not look at it as I'm getting through this. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it all. Rodgers said that at times he thought 2020 might be his final year in Green Bay, where he has played his entire career. Our news time is 6:54, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$6:55 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together.
Well, Thursday morning here, and everything on the roads looking clear right now. We're not finding any road construction slowing anything down at the moment here. The major highways are nicely up to speed this morning. And there's your latest look at traffic. It's a clear sky, too, in Port St. Lucie, 76. And in Nome, Alaska, it's a cloudy 45. Here's our forecast at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 70s to low 80s under mostly clear skies and a couple of dotted showers for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, heat index values in the triple digits. We'll see some hazy sunshine with a 20% chance for some inland showers. Tomorrow and Saturday, highs in the low 90s, abundant sunshine and some inland showers possible, but rain chances only at 20%. Sunday through Monday, hazy sunshine with a few more showers and storms, mainly focused around the lake, highs in the low 90s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world, it's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Madam Announcer. It is Thursday, August the 18th. Actually, August the 19th, 2021.
Can I ask how many people are listening right now?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, you look like you could use a friend.
I could use a few friends.
Do you have any idea what time it is?
Yes, of course I know what time it is. It's 7:07. Mr. Clock, would you verify that, please?
It's now 7:07 a.m.
7:07 a.m. and hour number 2. We're off at warp speed this morning, as always, Bonnie.
Yes, we are.
I feel like I've had 20 cups of coffee and I haven't had nothing yet this morning.
You're not a coffee drinker.
No.
Nope.
Not at all.
Where's your Coca-Cola?
I don't even have that.
Sometimes I see you with a soda, or I never see you with one of those energy drinks.
No.
Oh, that's Phil when he
That's
comes
Phil.
in.
Yes.
He drinks that Monster and stuff.
Yeah, Bang energy drinks,
Bang,
Monster.
yeah.
You ever had one of those 5-hour energy drinks?
I will drink a half of one
Mhm.
during nights that I work. And, you know, that really keeps me awake for my last 2 hours,
Really?
which are usually my last hardest of the night.
Now, after you drink one of those things, they're only in a bottle that's like that big.
Yeah, they're
Do
like
you
a
come
2-inch
crashing
bottle.
down when it wears off? Do you crash hard?
No, because I go to sleep. You know, I try to get to sleep
Right.
hour or so after I get home.
Because I've known some people that have actually taken those. They've told me that when they take them, they get so charged up.
Yeah.
They literally come crashing down like a ton of bricks.
I've never felt the crash from it. No.
Okay, that's
But-
a good thing.
But it will wake me up a perk.
Okay.
It'll get me a little bit more perky at night, which sometimes I need.
Okay.
I'm not addicted to it, but
All right.
once in
Well,
a
that's
great
a good
while.
thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Don't get addicted to it. Let's do some birthdays. Time for birthdays, anniversaries, and of course, back in the day, Bonnie, what do you have?
I don't have anybody to send out the birthday wishes to this morning.
Oh, wow.
No, nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
All right. Well, it's Star Trek birthday day. Star Trek birthday day. First birthday from Star Trek is Jonathan Frakes. That's Commander Riker on Star Trek: The Next Generation. He's 69 years old today.
Oh, he's that old.
Yeah, 69. He's that. Yes, he's that old.
Oh, he's that young, I should have said.
Yeah, I wonder if he has a subscription to ARP. Diana Muldaur is Dr. Pulaski on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Diana is 83.
Uh-huh.
She's that old.
She's that young.
Yeah. Romeo Miller is 32. That's the host of MTV's X on the Beach. He used to be known as Little Romeo, and his dad is Master P.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
His real biological dad is Master P?
Master P,
Is that
yes.
true?
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that about
Yep.
Little Romeo.
Yeah, Little Romeo.
Huh.
Romeo Miller,
I
32 years old.
Learned something new in the rapping world,
There
I guess.
you go. That's right. Veronica Roth is 33 years old today. That's the Divergent author. Yes.
I'm not familiar with it.
Neither
I'm
am
sorry.
I. Neither am I. I'm right there with you. Christina Perry, we all know who she is. She's 35. Hits are Jars of Hearts, Human, and the one that she's most known for, Bonnie, you know what it is?
I don't.
1,000 Years.
Okay. Oh, she does that. I think she does that like boring Jar of Hearts. I think that sounds so boring.
Jar of Hearts.
You know, I got excited for a moment. I thought you were talking about Katy Perry
No.
with those more upbeat songs.
She does Firework.
Oh, yeah, Katy
and
Perry
things
does.
like that.
And this
yeah.
one's Christina Perry.
This is Christina Perry,
How old?
35.
Uh-huh.
Mike Moe is 38. That's Bruce Lee in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Melissa Fumero is 39. That's Detective Amy Santiago on Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Erica Christensen is 39. That's Julia Braverman on Parenthood. Good old Fat Joe. Fat Joe the rapper. Chubby Urban Troubadour.
You really know your rappers, don't you?
That's right. I do. I do a lot of rapping at Christmas time. Like most people do.
Yeah.
The Chubby Urban Troubadour who got cool kids singing Lean Back. Fat Joe is a whopping 51 years old today. Matthew Perry is 52. That's Chandler on Friends and
Oh,
Oz.
he was in my People magazine recently. I think
Mhm.
he and his girlfriend just split up after, I think they started dating in like 2018.
Oz in the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Leanne Womack, country music artist. I can't believe she's 55 years old.
Oh, she is.
Wow.
Does she do I Hope You Dance?
That's her biggest hit.
That's a nice song.
Second biggest hit, her gorgeous daughter, country singer Aubrey Sellers. That's her second biggest hit. Get it? That's her. She considers her kid.
Oh, her hit.
second biggest
her second
hit.
biggest hit.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Kyra Sedgwick.
Oh, she's married to Kevin Bacon, Mrs. Kevin Bacon.
That's Deputy
Sedgwick.
Chief.
Yep.
Sedgwick. Deputy Chief Brenda Lee Johnson on The Closer.
How old?
56.
I wonder if she's
56.
older than Kevin, or if maybe they're about the same age. I would assume.
Not sure. And I don't know who she is, believe it or not.
Kira Sedgwick.
Don't know who she is.
She's been in some TV shows. I think she's even probably been like in a couple of movies. I'm looking them up. I know she's had to be in a movie or two.
Okay.
Oh, she was in The Game Plan, The Possession, Born on the 4th of July.
Okay.
She was on that one, and The Edge of 17.
Kevin Dillon is 56 years old today. That's Matt Dillon's young brother and Johnny Drama Chase on Entourage.
So Kevin Dillon is 56, and that's Matt Dillon's older brother, or
no, younger brother.
So
Younger
Matt
brother.
Dillon is
Matt's
over 56. I didn't know that. What's he, around 60 now?
I guess.
Oh, wow.
I guess. Here's one for you. I'll just say one name and tell me if you can figure out who this is. Okay. He played on General Hospital and he went by the name of Blackie.
Oh, that would be Bruce, not Bruce Springsteen.
No.
Rick Springfield.
No.
No, he was Dr. Noah Drake.
He was Dr. Noah Drake.
Who played Blackie?
Believe it or not, I was addicted to General Hospital back in the day.
With Patch and Kayla, when Patch and Kayla were the item.
Luke and Laura.
Luke and Laura, too.
Laura.
Yep.
John Stamos, 58 years old today. Yes, John Stamos.
Was he on General Hospital at one
time? He sure
time?
was. He was Blackie.
Was he Blackie now?
I'm pretty
Really?
sure.
Was he the guy that always was getting, who were the ones where the girlfriend was the alcoholic?
Oh, I don't know.
And he was like, I was getting her out of trouble. They had that love-hate romance going on because she had alcoholism. Was that Luke and Laura? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
Quite recall. I mean, I remember Patch and Kayla the most. Of course, Patch with the one patch over the eye.
If you're a soap opera connoisseur, please call the program. We need answers.
And you know what? At 58, I got to hand it to John Stamos for that incredible head of hair that he still has.
Oh, my gosh. Black hair.
Oh, man.
I wish I had that hair.
It is fine,
I've
isn't
got
it?
17 strands of hair left, and it's all gray now.
Oh.
Today is National Aviation Day. It's National Potato Day. So make sure and go out and have a potato.
I've been making a lot of potatoes lately, baked potatoes, and you bake them, you put them in your fridge. They go a long way.
It's World Humanitarian Day. It's World Photo Day, and oh man, this is a great day to be alive because it's National Soft Ice Cream Day.
Oh,
National
nothing
Soft
like
Ice Cream
getting
Day.
A little bit of soft serve, right?
Oh man, I'm going to go to Wits. One of my favorite places to go.
What is it called?
Wits.
Is it
Wits
here?
Frozen Custard. They have one right here in Stewart.
Oh, do they?
You
now?
have to go. It's amazing. Rachel and I have gone quite a few times.
Yeah.
Between Wits and there's another place in Tradition that has frozen custard.
And they have the soft serve ice cream there.
It's so good. It's custard. It's better than ice cream.
Oh, you know what? Evan?
Culver's. That's the place.
Culver's. Oh,
Yes,
you know what?
they
I
have it too.
gotta mention a birthday.
All right, go.
One of my favorites is Peter Gallagher.
Okay.
He plays Sandy Cohen on the OC.
Okay.
And he's 66 today.
Oh.
And the only reason I'm bringing him up is it's been my guilty pleasure this week. I've been getting into the OC again.
Okay.
And I'm like on season 2 right now.
Okay. All right.
And I just love Sandy Cohen,
Okay.
his Peter Gallagher's character in that.
You know what I'm craving right now?
What are you craving?
Orange chicken.
Phone call.
Yeah, and a phone call too. Hey, good morning. Sorry about that.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, it's a voice. Hey, Phil, what's up?
The custard is not ice cream.
No, custard is custard and ice cream is ice cream.
Ice cream.
It's two different things. Custard is different than ice cream. It definitely
You
is.
can't celebrate National Soft Serve Ice Cream by eating custard.
Sure, you
That's
can.
not ice cream.
You just pretend. You fantasize.
No, it's different. You can't do that.
No, I beg to differ. It's the same damn thing.
No, it's not.
That
It's
custard.
not ice cream.
That
Okay.
custard
It's
that you
custard.
get at Culver's is not the same as ice cream.
No,
That's
it's
not
different.
No,
like-
that's custard.
It's custard.
It is, but it looks so.
It has a different texture.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I don't have it too often, so
it's
I'm not
much. If you were to put Carvel's soft ice cream in a cone and Wits or Culver's in a cone,
Yeah.
and eat a bite of each, you could definitely tell the difference. 150%. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be even better if Phil were to come in here and do the show with us one day, and we could do Phil's taste test.
Yeah, where
and
have
we
you
could
been?
taste the custard. Where the heck have you been?
Actually, I'm standing on the sidewalk now watching Snowy do her business.
Oh, we really didn't need to do that. That was more information than what we
Snowy
needed.
is so cute. That dog is so cute. Even if she were doing her business, I would still pick her up and hold her.
Listen, here's the deal. Are you going to come in here anytime before the end of the year?
Yeah.
When?
I don't know.
Well,
things are happening. And so, I gotta,
What's the personal
straightened
scoop?
out,
What's
so.
the
yeah,
personal
we want to,
thing behind it?
wait a minute, hold on. I got to find the right music.
We are inquiring and we want to know,
Got to find. There we go. All right, here we go. Find the right music. Okay. So we want to know the scoop. What's going on? Give us the scoop.
The scoop?
Yeah, the scoop.
A scoop of ice
And we're not
cream.
talking about poop scoop either.
A scoop of
Today
ice
I'm going
cream.
to announce a major lifestyle change for Evan 9.
Oh, really? You are?
Yes.
Something I don't know about.
Yeah.
What's my lifestyle change?
I don't know. You tell me. You're supposed to announce it.
Well, I do have a major lifestyle change.
He's giving away some pennies.
Yeah,
so
I'm
that's
going
going
to
to change
possibly.
his lifestyle.
Did you hear what I'm thinking about doing?
What?
I'm thinking about giving away $100 of my own personal cash
In pennies.
to one lucky listener, all in pennies.
Now,
All
I
in
heard
pennies.
this conversation this morning.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you're even like, how are you going to get that wallet open with a crowbar?
Well, I know I'm a tightwad, but and I know I'm tight with the money, but I've got a couple extra dollars put away. So what I came up with this idea, and then Bonnie and I built off the idea and made it into this whole full-fledged type like of promotion where we have listeners for like a couple of weeks call in and they register and they give us their name and their address.
Yeah.
And we pick a name out of the hat. And then we deliver. How many did we say? Is it how many thousands of pennies?
I think it would be
it's
200 rolls of pennies.
Well, no, they're going to be loose. It's all going to be loose. I'm not doing rolls.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not doing
loose
rolls.
pennies.
Yeah, it's just going to be in a box. It's going to be. I'm going to
Yeah,
carry a
penny
box
jar.
of pennies and dump the pennies on somebody's front yard. So if it's 100 pennies is $1, 1,000 pennies is 10. So it'd be 10,000 pennies.
Wow.
10,000 pennies dumped in somebody's yard.
Someone's yard. You just go out to the front yard and just dump
Yes,
the whole jar.
10,000 pennies dumped in somebody's front yard. They get $100 for free.
I would pay that. I would pay to see that.
You know what we should do though? We should put them in like a children's bank. Like when I was little, I had a bank of Pinocchio.
Right.
And Pinocchio we should put them in a child's bank. So maybe if the family has a child or a grandson or daughter,
Right.
they can give that piggy bank of all those pennies to the kids.
Yeah, but then that takes
Work it out
away
with
from
the kids some
that
way.
takes away from the fun of making them pick it up and earn that $100
Ah.
or calling it pennies from heaven, or what else did you call it? It was you gave it another name.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
can't
you said
remember.
something else that was very witty about it.
I don't remember now.
Okay.
I don't recall.
Something about penny. There was pennies from heaven and something else. I forget what it was.
I don't.
But anyway.
Wow.
I can't
But
remember.
anyway, so Phil, you should be the first one to register.
Why? I can't. No, I'm technically
that's right.
part of the show.
You're technically part of the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't.
That wouldn't You're be right. fair.
So I have to run it by corporate and see what corporate says. And then when corporate gives it the seal of approval, then I think that's what I really, really want to do for the holidays, Bonnie.
Yeah, I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Or maybe
I
Easter.
screamed like a little girl yesterday.
Did you? Well, that's normally you do that every day.
Well, true, but no, I had a big old spider just literally jump on my chest.
And you screamed like a little girl?
Oh, yes. I don't
Really?
like spiders. So
Okay.
I literally, I screamed and then knocked it off with my hand. I'm
Oh, my
surprised
gosh.
I did that.
Speaking of spiders, and which comes to mind, snakes. Did you see the video of this lady? It might have been in Australia where she
Mhm.
was in a grocery store
Mm-hmm.
just recently, and a big old python, like a 10-foot python, came out of the spice rack section.
Oh, yes. I saw the video of that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Huge snake.
Oh, yeah.
And she just happened to be a snake handler.
Yeah, and it wasn't poisonous.
Of course she was.
Yeah, it wasn't poisonous. By the way, Bunny, I just got a text from someone that said that Patch and Kayla are on Days of Our Lives, not General Hospital.
Oh, that's right. I did get
Yeah.
Oh
confused.
yeah, Patch. Yeah, Patch had dark hair.
Yeah.
He was also he also had memory loss and thought he was John.
Oh, did he now?
Okay.
I don't remember that.
My mom used to watch Days of Our Lives all the time.
I was a General Hospital nerd back in the day when Luke and Laura were the thing.
But it was Days of Our Lives, and maybe Evan, that's why you didn't know the couple where the girl had an alcohol problem.
Yeah.
and that was from Days of Our Lives
Yeah,
too.
I didn't watch that one.
That's like every soap opera, though. They have an alcohol problem.
There's always an alcohol problem in every single soap opera.
Well, I like The Young and the Restless because they've always kept up with the times of the writing, and they kind of keep up with current events and real current things going on. So I've always liked the writing from that.
All right, Phil, you have to get to work and go pick up after Snowy. So go take care of your business. All right, and make sure so the condo association doesn't get mad at you. Make sure and pick up after Snowy. All right.
And Phil's on a new show called Law and Order.
Yeah.
After he picks up after Snowy,
right.
it says Law and Order.
Yeah, there you go. Phil, have a great day, and we'll see you soon,
guys,
hopefully in studio. All right, bye-bye now. It's time for news, 7:23. Let's go to the news desk. Here's Bonnie.
Well, good morning. More than 126 Treasure Coast residents with COVID-19 have died since Florida stopped issuing death data by county June 3rd. Since the state stopped releasing this information in daily reports, it has not been readily available. The 126 deaths do not include an additional 14 people. Mary Beth Cunningham, the Indian River County Hospital District Chair, said she understands died over the weekend at Cleveland Clinic Indian River Hospital. The victims included people from in their 20s to their 60s. On Monday, 100 of 235 patients at the hospital in Vero Beach and 35 of 69 at Sebastian River Medical Center were COVID-19 patients, according to Dr. Michael Benaggio, an internal medicine specialist. Those numbers had increased to 108 of 238 and 48 of 89, respectively, on Wednesday. On Monday, Cleveland Clinic Indian River Hospital reported there were more than 20 patients in the intensive care unit. About 90% of the hospitalized patients are unvaccinated, officials said, adding they are younger than patients seen previously. The governor is standing his ground when it comes to his ban on student mask mandates. Ron DeSantis says the State Board of Education should and will punish school districts for violating the order.
There will obviously be consequences, I think, in probably a number of different ways. And at the end of the day, you have local officials who do not believe they need to follow the law.
Florida's largest school district, Miami-Dade, is now joining Broward and Alachua counties in mandating masks for students. As the highly contagious Delta variant of COVID-19 continues to spread across the country, mask and mandates and recommendations have been reinstated by agencies like the CDC, along with many schools and businesses. The most recent mask update comes from the Transportation Security Administration, which states it will extend its travel mask mandate for those traveling by airplane, train, and bus through January 18, 2022. More sites in Florida are offering the free monoclonal antibody treatment for COVID patients.
The goal is to get people to just have a swift recovery without needing to go into the hospital. And obviously, if you're reducing hospitalizations and hospital admissions, you're going to obviously be saving lives as well.
Governor Ron DeSantis announcing new treatment sites in Pembroke Pines in Broward County and West Palm Beach. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty for the man accused of killing a Daytona Beach police officer. Officer Jason Rayner died this week after being shot in the head almost 2 months ago, allegedly by Othel Wallace. Officials with the Florida Department of Health are alerting the public to possible health issues and fish kills after several blue-green algae blooms were detected in lakes across central Florida. And lastly, travelers will have a new way to get to the Keys this fall. Allegiant Airlines is kicking off nonstop service between Key West and St. Petersburg. Pretty cool. The New York Mets today announced that the club will open its 2022 spring training Grapefruit League schedule on Saturday, February 26 against Miami in Jupiter, and will open their home schedule the following day, Sunday, February 27 against Houston at Clover Park in Port St. Lucie. Our news time is 7:27, and we'll have weather and traffic together next.
$7:27 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, we're not finding any accidents on our highways. So far, so good for us, really, on this Thursday morning. Yes, if you're heading out right now, you can expect a good ride. And there's your latest look at traffic. Port St. Lucie, we're at 77, and in Carlingford, Ireland, it's a cloudy 59 rather. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 70s to low 80s under mostly clear skies and a couple of dotted showers for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, heat index values in the triple digits. We'll see some hazy sunshine with a 20% chance for some inland showers. Tomorrow and Saturday, highs in the low 90s, abundant sunshine and some inland showers possible, but rain chances only at 20%. Sunday through Monday, hazy sunshine with a few more showers and storms, mainly focused around the lake. Highs in the low 90s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
If you have a suggestion for the show, we would love to hear from you. Send us an email to WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. Now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
7:31 on the Get Up and Go show, and it's now time to bring in on the conversation gentleman that heads up the Stuart Martin Chamber He's the president, CEO, whatever you want to give him. Just call him anything you want. Just don't call this guy late for dinner. His name is Joe Catcherbone. And of course, folks, if you've got a business, like I tell you all the time, and you are not signed up as a member of the chamber, the amenities are endless. The possibilities are endless. The networking is endless, as probably last night at last night's event, the networking was in full swing. Right, Joe?
It was, and it was really great. You know, it was at Harbor Chase, which is just a beautiful facility. It's just north of the bridge, the Roosevelt Bridge on the left hand side. It's just really a first class. We've had a luncheon there, and we've had a previous business after hours here, and they go above and beyond. And it's just a wonderful facility. I wouldn't have any problem living there. I just don't think I could afford it. It is, and they do such a great job. It was great. We had about 75 people there, and everyone had a good time. They go above and beyond. They did a really wonderful job. And then as everyone left, they received a stainless drinking cup as a token of their appreciation.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
Very nice.
really neat.
Very, very nice.
Is that like when you go to Benihana and you have your birthday and you can take home a little Buddha or something like that?
Yes.
All right. Kind of like a bonus.
Yeah,
I love
a
it.
little extra. Uh-huh.
But wait, there's more. So you had a great attendance last night. A lot of good networking last night was going on.
Yes, it was. It was really good. And you know, they had tables and chairs set up and a buffet, you know, with hors d'oeuvres, you know, no heavy meal, but it was really, really good. One of the things they had last night that I really could have had jalapeno poppers, which I love, but they had a cauliflower, buffalo cauliflower. It was, oh my God, it was out of this world.
Buffalo cauliflower.
So good. Yeah.
So
they
it must have
like
been
they looked like little puffs, you know, but they were as I said, cauliflower.
Was it deep fried and they dipped it in buffalo sauce?
Yes.
That sounds really good.
Yeah,
I'm hungry right now.
It was really good.
Sounds great.
Yeah, I'm definitely hungry now after that one. Wow. So what's new at the chamber? What's been going on at the chamber?
We're going full guns. This is a busy time of year for us. You know, summertime is usually the doldrums, but our fiscal year ends on September 30th. So we're in the process of, as a matter of fact, our governance committee meeting is today to select a new board and new leadership for next year's board. So our banquet is September 17th. We've already got 85 reservations, which is unbelievable.
Oh my. Okay.
Yeah. And so we're preparing a budget. I'm down to, you know what, we've been interviewing people to replace Caitlin for our events coordinator's job. And so we're down to, after interviewing and talking to many, we've got it narrowed down to 2. And one of the candidates was there last night. She's from Lakeland, and she met with staff again, and then was at the business after hours last night.
So she drove in all the way from Lakeland to apply for the job.
You know, she applied online.
Right.
And we did a Zoom call with her.
Right.
And then we invited her to come over. You know, we did the Zoom because if we really didn't feel that that person was suited for the job or would fit in, there's no sense in making someone drive from Lakeland here. And you know, we had no intentions of seriously considering her. So she drove over yesterday, and she has a job, so she had to drive it back last night. So of course she didn't have any cocktails, but she stayed until about 7 o'clock at the business after hours, and then drove back to Lakeland last night.
Lakeland's in the middle of the state.
Oh, Center State?
Yeah, Center State.
It's about a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah, it's
by
not too
Orlando or something?
Yeah, it's west of Orlando.
It's southwest of Orlando.
For some reason, I thought it was south, but okay.
No problem. No problem at all. So what Let's talk a little bit about the new businesses that have signed up.
Well, unfortunately, Amy has been pinch hitting, and she basically did that business after hours yesterday, so she was really tied up, and so I don't have a report from her this morning.
That's okay.
So she did sign up. Talk about it next week.
Okay, that's fine. We have got our exciting monthly meeting coming up at a little after 8:00 this morning. It's the Morning Joe.
Yes.
And how many people have you had respond? Do you have any idea?
I'm not sure. I think there's 12 or 13, but I'm not sure.
That's a good number.
Yeah, that's a good.
We're gonna.
What was the most we ever had for that?
About
Bonnie?
25.
We had 21.
Or was
I think we had 19 or 20 or 21, and going back in the early stages.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, normally we have a little bit of a program, and so after y'all are through, Kevin Freeman from the City of Stewart is going to give a report to the people on the call about what's going on in the City of Stewart, talk a little bit about Costco and things of that nature.
Oh, cool.
So that may draw a few extra people. I don't know.
Is he going to be on the call with us as well?
I'm not sure. We invited him to be, but I'm not sure if he'll be on the call.
What's his name again?
Kevin Freeman.
Kevin Freeman.
Kevin Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's economic development director for the City of Stewart.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
So, and as I said, we're going full guns. We have already 85 reservations for the banquet, which is our annual gala. So, and we have a boatload of. And I heard you always talk about the networking opportunities,
right?
And we have a good September's. We have a good month of networking, starting with the 8th. Our Congressman Ryan Mast will be doing a presentation at our breakfast at Monarch on the 8th. So we'll have a really good crowd. Usually the Congressman draws a good crowd. That'll be on the 8th at Monarch Country Club. And on the 15th, we got a business after hours at Alfa Romeo Maserati of Stewart on Federal Highway.
Maybe somebody will buy a car there that day.
Well, you know what? It's amazing that they've got several dealerships.
Uh-huh.
And after a business after hours or an event there, they usually sell a couple of cars.
Wow.
Now, I don't know about Alfa Romeo and Maserati or high end, but that doesn't mean we have people that can't buy high end because they do. So that's not why they do it, but they want people to come in and see their store. That's a new product for them.
Right.
The Alfa Romeo and Maserati are new products here in Stewart. And then, of course, on the 16th, we got a virtual Morning Joe.
Mm-hmm.
17th is our installation gala at Martin Downs Golf Club. 21st, we've got a networking breakfast and a ribbon cutting at Photographics on Federal Highway. 28th, we've got another breakfast at Coquina Cove at Martin Downs. And then on 29th, we have our local government and transportation committee meeting. So another pretty good month of networking. And non-members as well. We invite them too, with the hopes of encouraging them to join us.
What time is that one going to be on the schedule for the 8th with Brian Mast?
That's a 7:45. It goes till about 9 o'clock. Yeah.
Is that AM or PM?
AM. It's a breakfast.
Yep.
Very nice.
Nice.
Very nice. Folks want to get a hold of you, Joe, and they want information on the chamber. If they want to join, are there different levels of member? I don't recall if I've ever asked you this or not, but are there different levels of memberships for businesses?
There's our regular membership.
Right.
And that varies. The fee varies on, it's different, but hotels are how many rooms you have. Banks are how many $1 million on deposit. Normal business is how many employees you have. So there's a scale that we use that's set up by the United States Chamber of Commerce, and we follow that scale.
Okay.
But then we have our trustee levelship membership, which is another level. So that and people, there's extra benefits you get from being a trustee. So that's the difference, and there is a big difference between the two. trustee level is $1,800. Our minimum dues is $450. So but again, there's different benefits to being a trustee.
Right. I like the fact what you said about the banks depends on how many millions of dollars they have. Depends on the level of the one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Definitely a good one. Joe, if people want to reach out to you, how do they get a hold of you?
Please call me at 772-287-1088. My extension is 108. Anyone on the staff can help you. If I'm not available, just press 0 for operator and you'll get to our receptionist and she'll put you with the right person. Or you can go to our website, stuartmartinchamber.org.
All right, Joe, that's Joe Contrabone. He heads up the Stuart Martin Chamber. He'll be back with us a little bit after 8 o'clock for the morning monthly Joe meeting that we have on air, that we talk with all the businesses that want to partake in our morning Joe. Joe, it's always a pleasure to have you on the
guys,
program.
I'll see you shortly.
We'll see you shortly. Take care.
Okay,
all right,
bye-bye.
bye-bye now. 7:43 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on precious metals, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie is standing by with the morning headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. President Joe Biden said he's willing to keep U.S. troops in Afghanistan until every American who wants to leave the country is evacuated. Americans should understand that we're going to try to get it done before August 31st, Biden said in an interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos. The president previously set an October 31 deadline to end the U.S. military mission in Afghanistan. But when pressed on whether Americans would be left behind, Biden told Stephanopoulos that he would be willing to stay beyond the deadline if more Americans needed to be evacuated. Up to 15,000 Americans were reportedly in Afghanistan following the Taliban's takeover. In the interview, Biden defended the Afghanistan withdrawal despite the chaotic nature of the past week. Biden added that no one expected the Taliban to take over Afghanistan in a matter of days. The Martin County Sheriff's Office said it is currently down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. An additional 2 are currently out with COVID. WPTV's Derek Lowe has the story.
As Martin County students return to school, student safety is top of mind.
It's a big deal, especially because I only have a first grader at Treasure Coast, and she's, on a one-track mind across the street, not looking both ways.
Parents like Nicole Ferguson are worried about the current need for school crossing guards.
It's extremely important. Our kids are crossing the streets. It makes they're more visible. They have the protective gear on to alert the drivers.
The Martin County Sheriff's Office says it's down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. 2 additional guards are currently missing time because of COVID-19 protocols.
We have posted it. We posted it here internally. We put it out on the website. We put it out on Facebook.
Chief Deputy John Budenseek says the shortage has caused changes to the school day routine.
And we had evolved into stopping traffic so buses could get out onto the road or cars could get out on the road. So we've had to reevaluate that and go back to our roots, which is just crossing children across the street.
Deputies and civilian service aides are also stepping in at an additional cost.
I'm sure a deputy's pay versus a $15 an hour crossing guard pay is, pretty substantial that they're having to fill that gap.
Public safety remains top priority as the Sheriff's Office looks to fill the ongoing need.
It's concerning, but it's also great to know that the Sheriff's Office is, having the deputies out there helping during that lap over.
In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
Some 56% of people living in Indian River County are fully vaccinated as of August 17, according to data from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. That number is 52% in Martin County and 47% in St. Lucie County. The CDC considers someone fully vaccinated 2 weeks after they've been giving a single-dose shot, Johnson & Johnson, or a second shot, either Pfizer or Moderna. Florida reported 2,920,749 total cases of coronavirus, an increase of 5% from the week before. The 5 counties with the highest percentage of their population fully vaccinated in Florida as of August 17 are Sumter County, Miami-Dade, St. Johns County, Sarasota County, and Collier County at 59%. The governor is standing his ground when it comes to his ban on student mask mandates. Ron DeSantis says the State Board of Education should and will punish school districts for violating the order.
There will obviously be consequences, I think, in probably a number of different ways. And at the end of the day, you have local officials who do not believe they need to follow the law.
Florida's largest school district, Miami-Dade, is now joining Broward and Alachua counties in mandating masks for students. More sites in Florida are offering the free monoclonal antibody treatment for COVID patients.
The goal is to get people to just have a swift recovery without needing to go into the hospital. And obviously, if you're reducing hospitalizations and hospital admissions, you're going to obviously be saving lives as well.
Governor Ron DeSantis announcing new treatment sites in Pembroke Pines in Broward County and West Palm Beach. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty for the man accused of killing a Daytona Beach police officer. Officer Jason Rayner died this week after being shot in the head almost 2 months ago, allegedly by Othell Wallace. And lastly, as a significant strategy to manage the city's growth and provide more mobility options for residents and visitors, the Port St. Lucie City Council is poised to adopt a new transportation vision by implementing a mobility plan and fee for new development. The City Council will conduct its first public hearing on the mobility plan fee on Monday, August 23rd at its meeting that begins at 6:30 p.m. at City Hall. The second public hearing and vote on final adoption is scheduled for September 13 at 6:30 p.m. For more details on the proposed mobility plan and fee, including information on misconceptions versus facts, please visit cityofportstlucie.com/mobility fees. Ex-UFC fighter Brendan Schaub helped rescue 4 kids after an accident that killed their mother. The kid's father was driving and he had intentionally drove into traffic in an attempt to kill everyone. He's been charged with murder. The accident occurred when a man drove into the opposite lane of traffic and crashed into a tractor trailer with his girlfriend and their 4 kids in the car. Brendan and his wife came upon the crash while they were on their way to dinner. Brendan and another man saw a kid on the roof of the smashed car calling for help, so they ran over and got the other kids out. Now, sadly, their mother was in the front passenger seat where she died. As for the driver, he tried to flee the scene and got hit by another car. He's been charged with murder, attempted murder, child abuse, and other crimes. Our news time is 7:49. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
Seven on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Not finding any accidents on our roadways here in Stewart. Palm City looks clear. So does Port St. Lucie, all the way on up to Fort Pierce. Yeah, we have a nice ride this morning. Treasure Coast, drive safely. And there's your latest look at traffic. In Stuart, we are up to 79, and in Opelika, Alabama this morning, it's 75. Here's our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 70s to low 80s under mostly clear skies and a couple of dotted showers for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, heat index values in the triple digits. We'll see some hazy sunshine with a 20% chance for some inland showers. Tomorrow and Saturday, highs in the low 90s, abundant sunshine and some inland showers possible, but rain chances only at 20%. Sunday through Monday, hazy sunshine with a few more showers and storms, mainly focused around the lake, highs in the low 90s.
I'm WPTV First Alert Meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Passengers fighting, shoving, pushing. Federal air marshals are now teaching flight attendants how to fight back against out-of-control passengers.
Feeling kind of squirrely at 40,000 feet.
Flight attendants gearing up for a potential battle in the air.
I'm on the red eye back from New Orleans.
So now flight attendants are learning to fight back.
Don't want to end the good times, don't want to wear a mask.
All people in public must have a mask.
If anybody makes me gonna kick their ass. Think I'll fight a flight attendant.
He's threatening her. I'm going to beat you up.
This big old jet, you'll have to land it.
You're going to get it now.
Oh, when we get on the ground, the cops will take me into town. That female flight attendant took me down. She took me down, yeah.
Oh man, what a great parody song from doing a remix of Foreigner's Double Vision.
Oh man, that's a whole lot of fun.
Yeah, that was definitely a whole lot of fun. That was a fun parody. I enjoyed that one.
That is good.
That was a good one.
You know, speaking of flights, it's really exciting about that nonstop flight that's going to be heading out of St. Petersburg all the way to Key West.
You know, I got excited when I heard that being read, but then when I heard St. Petersburg, I was like, oh man, I got to go all the way to St. Petersburg to fly.
That's with Allegiant now.
With Allegiant. Now, if it was going out of Palm Beach or Fort Lauderdale to Key West,
would be pretty exciting.
I would do that.
But who knows? You know, maybe if it starts there, maybe they won't stop that fire because Allegiant flies out of a number of places. I've flown out of Orlando, Sanford.
Mm-hmm.
I used Allegiant to go to Wisconsin the last time that I flew. Maybe if they started in St. Petersburg, who knows? Maybe it could spread here.
Yeah.
So I kind of got excited. It would be really fun now to get a flight out of Stewart now, wouldn't it?
Oh, well, I don't know. They wouldn't fly the plane out of here, but there is an airport in Melbourne, Florida.
Yeah, that would be good.
They fly,
That
Delta
could be
flies
good.
out of there. So, I mean, hey, listen, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah, man.
Don't you dare go anywhere. Morning Joe with the Stuart Martin Chambers coming up right after the news here at WSTU Stuart, Martin County's Heritage Station, and the band played on.
Coming to you live from Stuart, Florida, the greatest little town in the world. It's the award-winning, critically acclaimed Get Up and Go show on AM 1450 WSTU. You're invited to call the show anytime at 772-220-9788. And now, broadcasting live from their palatial studios, here are your hosts, Evan and Bonnie.
Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer. It is August the 19th, 2021, and it's time for the Morning Joe.
I should have stayed in bed.
Well, I don't know if you should have stayed in bed or not.
So you partying hard or hardly party?
Well, we're partying hard, and sometimes we hardly party.
Is it too early for a drink?
No, it's not too early for a drink at all. It's 8:08, though. Mr. Clock, would you certify the time?
It's now 8:08 a.m.
8:08 a.m. on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie, and it's time for the official Stuart Martin Chamber Morning Joe, Bonnie.
Yep, and we welcome all of the businesses. Some have been here before, some new. Very exciting to always meet the business people, though.
That's right. All 9 of you are in the room with their, make sure and put your video on, please. Otherwise, we will throw you under a bus. You know who we are talking about, Mr. Matheson. That's right. Anyway,
I've been under the bus before.
Yes, but we'll get to you in we'll get to Merritt in just a little bit. He's a very, very good friend of the show. Want to say first and foremost, good morning to Joe Catcherbone. He heads up the entire operation there at the Chamber. Joe, welcome back on the program.
Good morning, Evan. Thank you again for hosting us.
Always a great pleasure to have you on, and we're just going to kind of jump right into things and start our introduction process. Of course, we've got Cindy is here with us. Hi, Cindy. Tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are and where you're at right now.
Good morning. I'm Cindy with the Stuart Martin County Chamber. I'm VP of Operations, and we're excited to be here every Thursday. This is Thursday of the month. So welcome, everybody. And we do have some new folks today.
Excellent. Very good. It looks like you're sitting at Treasure Coast Urgent Care right now with that sign in the background. Is everything all right?
Yeah, they sponsor our conference room. So we like to try to give them some PR during that. People haven't been coming in that often to the conference room. So I like to sit here and make sure that they're getting their sponsorship.
All right. Very good. Love it. I want to welcome in Kev is all I see. Kev. Kev, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and a little bit about yourself.
Well, good morning. I'm Kev Freeman. I'm the Development Director of the City of Stuart. I'm sitting in City Hall at the moment. So if there are buses out there, I'm usually under them.
All right. Very, very good. Thanks so much for being here. Mitch Cowell is here with us. I hope I said that right. Mitch, good morning to you.
It's kale.
Kale, I'm sorry.
Just like the vegetable, but spelled different.
I apologize, Mitch. Sometimes I do botch people's names, so I can be slapped on the hand once or twice. Tell us a little bit about what you do, who you are, and what you got there.
Sure. Well, I own a company called A Kiss a Class, and I am a DJ and a live singer. And I do specialize in care facilities, getting to get around the area here. Also doing a lot of open houses and different things like that. Some different companies that are sponsoring events that they're hiring me for my entertainment.
Very good. You and I actually have something in common because I have a entertainment company as well that we do DJ, photography, and photo booth and things like that. So I'll have to get your card, maybe do some networking with you.
Absolutely. That would be great.
Well, thanks so much for being here. Advertising, Aileen, welcome to the program. Thanks for being here. Looks like you're sitting outside on your back patio enjoying this gorgeous day.
You got it. At least it's not raining yet.
Yeah.
So what I do, I'm Aileen Pernudo of Advertising and Marketing Solutions, and I represent people that cannot make it to the chamber. That's one of the things I do. And today I'm here for Apex Electric. And we can turn your home or business on.
I love that. Just a flip of a switch, right?
That's right. And if we were in person, I actually have a switch that I turn on and it lights up the room.
No,
So
are you do you bring
that's
us
my prop?
do you
but
bring
it's in the car.
well, go and get it. I want to see this.
Can you light your switch on right now? Light your switch on for us right
She
now.
has to go get it. Can you run out to the car and get it while I talk to everybody else?
No, because I'd miss everything else.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
You don't want to miss anything.
Next time, bring the switch because we want to see
Okay.
the switch. All right. All right. Nicole's here with us. Hey, Nicole, how are you this morning? Love the artwork on the arm, by the way, too.
Yeah, good morning, Evan. How are you?
I'm great.
Awesome. My name is Nicole Spatafor King. I'm with Shearwater Marine. We have a full service boat yard out in Fort Pierce in the Harbortown Marina and a mobile service and marine parts store in Stewart off of Commerce. I'm their service administrator.
All right. Well, Bonnie and I want to go out on a boat sometime. Do you
Yeah.
have one we can borrow, take out in the Atlantic?
I wish. But in the Harbortown Marina, they actually have, I believe it's Freedom Boat Club that can
Freedom
help you
Boat
out.
Club, yes, I've heard of that one before. You
Yeah.
can go out there about 4 or 5 hours or maybe longer on the boat and they clean it for you. They keep up the maintenance.
You have to do nothing.
Yeah.
You just get in
Yeah.
and go and you bring it back and then just pay for the gas.
Exactly.
By the way, you know what? You have a lovely voice, by the way.
Thank you.
I like the tone of your voice very
She
much.
should do voiceover work.
Yeah.
Set her up with a studio in her house also.
That would be
Mike is here, class 101, Mike O'Leary. Hey, Mike, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hi, good morning, folks. I'm Mike O'Leary with Class 101 of the Treasure Coast. We help make plans for college for the high school students, and we, as part of that, do ACT and SAT preparation. We have an SAT preparation class going on right now, and at the end of September, we'll start up with an ACT course.
All right, very cool, very cool. Craig Perry's here. Hey, Craig, how are you? Craig, you got to unmute yourself because we cannot read lips on the radio. We'll get Craig unmuted. There we go. Hey,
there
Craig.
we go. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
See, it's been a while since I've been on the show. I'm Craig Perry from Treasure Coast Hospice. We've been in the community hospice here in Martin County for nearly 40 years. So trying to help everybody out. And I was behind a lot of buses this morning trying to get to work.
Very nice. Very nice. And of course, last but certainly not least, he's been in studio with us a couple of times. He's actually been a judge on one of the games that we've
think the
played.
5-second
Yeah,
rule
the
or
5-second rule.
something
Merritt Matheson is here. Hey, Merritt, how are you?
Hey, good to see you again. I can't say I'm back in the studio, but you know, I don't miss the random beef jerky that we've had in the studio. But I'm Merritt Matheson. I'm the vice mayor of the city of Stewart. I serve the residents. I'm one of the 5 that bear the burden of making the tough decisions that have to be made at times that upset people and make people happy on either side.
Well, we're glad.
So good morning.
We're glad to see that you're still with us, Merritt, and that you
I'm still here.
survived that beef jerky incident
Yes.
when you ate that terrible jerky
I
here.
did live to see it. I've had buses drive over me. I've had to eat beef jerky. That's part of the job.
Wow.
It wasn't beef jerky, actually. I think it was
Ostrich jerky.
It was
or something.
ostrich. Yes. Well, Phil's going to be coming back in studio in the next maybe couple of weeks, so I'll have to keep you updated so you can come back in as well, and we'll have Brian Bosio come in as well, and we'll have to do this huge conglomeration of a taste test.
Yeah, maybe a hot chip might be involved too. Not a hot chick, a hot chip.
Yes, hot chip.
I like it. I'm always willing.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So, Joe, I know that things are going really good at the chamber, and membership is up. The event that you had last night was a huge success. And when is the next event similar to that going to happen?
The next business after hours, let me get my calendar.
Is September 15th.
Oh, look at Cindy. Boy, Cindy's right on point with that.
Yeah, and it's at the Alfa Romeo and Maserati store on US 1.
Okay.
Now, it's obviously another high-end product coming to Stewart, and it's all part of that the Audi and all of that conglomerate. So, and they do a great job. We've had business after hours before. They usually have valet parking because it's difficult pulling in there, and they do a really nice job. So, any of you want to buy a Maserati or sit in one or an Alfa Romeo, just to the Chamber BAH, and they'll accommodate you.
All right, very good. Getting a little dizzy watching the screen because Nicole is moving around, taking me for looks like a tour of the office there.
Sorry.
I was like, wow, what's going on here? Okay, I'm like going in circles.
I'm sorry.
Man, oh man. See, anything that happens, I talk about on the air. So you have to be careful what you do because you will get thrown under the bus, just like Merritt and a few others. So Kevin, you're also with the city of Stewart. Am I correct?
Yes, that's right.
Okay. So the hot topic, and I have to ask you this because one of the hottest news pieces is that whole debacle that people want that new location with what is it, Costco, Bonnie?
Costco, yeah.
With Costco, they don't want Costco. Some people want it. Some people are not wanting it. So how are with that? When is is there a completion date that's set for that?
We don't have that at the moment, but we do have the last public hearing where the commission did unanimously vote to approve that. Now there's a timeline. It's like imagine an egg timer with the sand falling through it.
Right.
That's not quite turned to start yet.
Okay.
Once that agreement is signed by all parties, then I think it runs for 30 days. And in that timeline, you've got an appeal window.
Right.
So it's not out the starting blocks, but it could be recalled. It could be challenged. But then you're talking about a very extensive development process.
Right.
Once that is, signed off.
Okay. Now you said a word there, so I have to ask, are you from the Canadian province by any chance?
No, I'm from the English.
Okay.
I'm from the English province, but my accent's been corrupted over the years. So I'm accused of being South African, Australian, Canadian.
Right.
And I don't like either of those things,
Well, the reason I ask is because, here in America, we say process, and in Canada, they say process.
Yeah.
Because I have some Canadian friends and I picked up on that right away.
Yeah. There's a number of other words like schedule or schedule or whatever. I don't know which one's right.
Which one do you say, schedule or schedule?
Now, when you ask me that, I don't know.
Okay.
Schedule.
Okay. So
schedule.
Use it in a sentence.
I think
Depends on where you are, right?
Yeah. See, I'm like mid-Atlantic somewhere. So, whatever suits.
Wow. All right. Very good. Merritt, how's things been going in the city of Stewart while we've got you here? Because I know you're such a busy guy and things like that. Everything is good. Things are status quo with the city so far.
The hot topic was Costco, which was a week or so ago from Monday.
Yeah.
Tough debate. I started one of my first meetings that I guess I'm a glutton for punishment. I'll be serving on the Boundary Advisory Committee for the school board, representing the city of Stewart.
Oh boy.
Which, I guess these tough decisions have to be made, but every 10 years or so, the city, the county, and will help the school board and kind of readjusting the capacity of schools. And there's some schools that are under capacity and some that are over, and that kind of has to be leveled out so the students get the best education they deserve. But there's lines that have to be drawn and adjusted. Again, that'll make some people happy and some people frustrated.
All right, very good. I can say this much because I live in St. Lucie County, and when I moved up to St. Lucie County from Palm Beach County, and the way they do their boundaries, forget it. That's like a whole nightmare up there. That's all I'm going to say. Nothing more, nothing less. My kids are done with school now, so I don't have to deal with that stuff anymore. But I want to thank Joe and Cindy, as always, for helping put this Morning Joe together and making this possible and allowing for myself and my co-host Bonnie to invade your Morning Joe and just have a little bit of fun, lighten the load a little bit, and put some smiles on people's faces.
Yeah, it was nice seeing all of you fresh faces this morning. Sure brightens up our day.
Evan, we did have 15 or 16 reservations this morning, and I don't know what's happened to them. But, we talked about it earlier. We've had as high as 20 or 22 on the screen. And last month we only had 4. A lot of that has to do, obviously, with summer vacations and things of that nature.
Right.
I don't know how much COVID and what's going on currently with COVID is affected us this morning. Although you're from, you're not, even if you're quarantined, you can tune in. So hopefully we're going to get back to that 2021, 22 people on the call. So again, thank you for sharing your time with us.
It's our pleasure.
giving us the
It's
opportunity.
definitely mine and Bonnie's pleasure. And we do have a mask around our computer. You just can't see it. So we are broadcasting very safely this morning. We have this big mask across the front of it. But anyway, I want to thank you guys. I'll let you guys go so you guys can have your morning, Joe. And again, thank you guys so much. God bless each and every one of you. And we'll see you guys soon.
I'll talk to you next week.
I will talk to you guys real soon. It's time for the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin this morning. And let me see, I'll open up my app, and gold is opening up at $1,787.50 an ounce, and silver opening up at $23.36 an ounce. That's the Precious Metals Report, and it's all brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. $8:24 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news. Bonnie's at the news desk. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. The Martin County Sheriff's Office said it's currently down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. An additional 2 are currently out with COVID. WPTV's Derek Lowe with the story.
As Martin County students return to school, student safety is top of mind.
It's a big deal, especially because I only have a first grader at Treasure Coast, and she's, on a one-track mind across the street, not looking both ways.
Parents like Nicole Ferguson are worried about the current need for school crossing guards.
It's extremely important. Our kids are crossing the streets. They're more visible. They have the protective gear on to alert the drivers.
The Martin County Sheriff's Office says it's down 9 crossing guards from a full staff of 35. 2 additional guards are currently missing time because of COVID-19 protocols.
We have posted it. We posted it here internally. We put it out on the website. We put it out on Facebook.
Chief Deputy John Budenseek says the shortage has caused changes to the school day routine.
And we had evolved into stopping traffic so buses could get out onto the road or cars could get out on the road. So we've had to reevaluate that and go back to our roots, which is just crossing children across the street.
Deputies and civilian service aides are also stepping in at an additional cost.
I'm sure a deputy's pay versus a $15 an hour crossing guard pay is, pretty substantial that they're having to fill that gap.
Public safety remains top priority as the Sheriff's Office looks to fill the ongoing need.
It's concerning, but it's also great to know that the Sheriff's Office is, having the deputies out there helping during that lap over.
In Martin County, I'm Derek Lowe, WPTV.
H.M. Ridgely, project manager for Bluefield Grove Water Farm, stood on the edge of a wide open field with outstretched arms. This is the first place of this size where we can put water that would end up in the St. Lucie River, Ridgely said, raising his voice above the whirring of diesel pumps beside him. This benefits the Treasure Coast region because this is the water that lands here every year, and it always goes to the river because there's no place to put it. State water managers cut the ribbon Wednesday on Bluefield Grove, a $2.7 million stormwater storage and treatment project in western St. Lucie County. The 6,600-acre Water Farm is designed to reduce nutrient loads and excess surface water discharges from the C23 basin entering the St. Lucie estuary, according to the South Florida Water Management District. The Miami-Dade County School District is joining Broward and Alachua counties in defying state orders regarding student mask mandates. The battle now shifts to the courtroom.
Tallahassee judge today hearing arguments in the case filed by more than 24 parents who claim the governor and state education officials are violating the Florida Constitution by not letting school boards enact safety measures.
The public option needs to remain a safe option for every child to learn and for every child to go to school.
Judy Hayes says her son with Down syndrome needs a universal mask mandate. Ron DeSantis stands by the Parents' Bill of Rights.
It's really up to the parent, and that's not because I say so. That's because that's what Florida law commands.
His attorneys contend the case should be thrown out because courts can't impose statewide policy. I'm Eric Rodriguez.
As a significant strategy to manage the city's growth and provide more mobility options for residents and visitors, the Port St. Lucie City Council is poised to adopt a new transportation vision by implementing a mobility plan and fee for new development. The City Council will conduct its first public hearing on the mobility plan fee on Monday, August 23rd at its meeting that begins 6:30 p.m. at City Hall. The second public hearing and vote on final adoption is scheduled for September 13 at 6:30 p.m. For more details on the proposed mobility plan and fee, visit cityofportstlucie.com. Actually, that's cityofpsl.com/mobility fees. Officials with the Florida Department of Health are alerting the public to possible health issues and fish kills after several blue-green algae blooms were detected in lakes across central Florida. Travelers will have a new way to get to the Keys this fall. Allegiant Airlines is kicking off nonstop service between Key West and St. Petersburg. And lastly, Garth Brooks is canceling the 5 remaining concerts on his stadium tour due to COVID-19, with stops in Cincinnati and Charlotte, Baltimore, Foxborough, Massachusetts, and Nashville. Here's his statement. He said, in July, I sincerely thought the pandemic was falling behind us. Now, watching this new wave, I realize we're still in the fight, and I must do my part. It is with a heavy heart we announce the decision to cancel all 5 shows. That from Garth Brooks. And he's planning to reschedule and start over when this wave is behind us. Serena Williams is pairing up with Nike to try to bring more people of color into the world of fashion design. On Tuesday, the 39-year-old tennis legend joined Nike in unveiling a collection of women's athleisure wear and accessories created by a group of 10 up-and-coming designers known as the Serena Williams Design Crew. Nike selected the group 2 years ago as part of its Diversity in Design Apprenticeship program, which seeks to elevate designers of color who are underrepresented in the fashion design world. News time is 8:30. We'll have weather and traffic together next.
8:31 right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Okay, so we do have a current accident. This is on I-95 northbound in Port St. Lucie at mile marker 121. I-95 northbound, that's right after Crosstown Parkway, by the way, and there's no roadblock currently from that accident. If you see something, say something, call us at 220-9788, 220-WSTU. It's 81 in Stewart, 80 degrees, Port St. Lucie. Here's more on our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 70s to low 80s under mostly clear skies and a couple of dotted showers for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, heat index values in the triple digits. We'll see some hazy sunshine with a 20% chance for some inland showers. Tomorrow and Saturday, highs in the low 90s, abundant sunshine and some inland showers possible, but rain chances only at 20%. Sunday through Monday, hazy sunshine with a few more showers and storms, mainly focused around the lake, highs in the low 90s. I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
Do you have a suggestion for the show? Send us an email, WSTUmorningshow@gmail.com. And now let's get back to the Get Up and Go show. Here's Evan and Bonnie.
Time now is 8:34 on the Get Up and Go show. Without further ado, here's Randy Siegel with a space report. Good morning, Randy.
Good morning to you, sir. What was on this date in history, 1982, that the then Soviet Union launched the Soyuz T-7 spacecraft to the Salyut 7 space station. On board was cosmonaut Svetlana Savitskaya. She was the first woman to go into space in nearly 20 years since Valentina Tereshkova flew in 1963. She joined Leonid Popov and Alexander Shebarov going to the station at that time. She spent a relatively short time on board the station, but she became the second woman to go into space and the first to visit a space station. On board the International Space Station, the crew is continuing preparing for two different spacewalks. They're preparing for a spacewalk by 2 U.S. astronauts to put out new solar arrays, and they're also preparing for the Russians to go out and work on their new Nokia module that's attached. All of this will take place next week, but everything is going well on the space station, with one noted exception. The raising of the orbit of the space station has been delayed. They originally were going to have that done today, but it has been delayed for 2 days, and they claim that it's at the request of the United States. There's no discussion as to why there's this delay, but apparently the American side is not ready to have it raised, possibly because of experiments that are on the station that they don't want to have messed up. We'll keep track of that, let you know how that's going. We're going to have a launch taking place tomorrow, and that launch that will take place will be using a Soyuz 21B rocket from the Baikonur Cosmodrome carrying the OneWeb satellite. OneWeb has a bunch of satellites in orbit, and they will continue to add to that as they add a batch of 34 new satellites into space. They are being discussed about problems that are resulting as a result of launching these multiple clusters of satellites into space. As you know, SpaceX is putting up their Starlink satellites, and they're also using clusters. Well, the concern now is that they're placing too many satellites in orbit at the same time, which potentially would cause them to have some hits in space. In other words, one spacecraft will hit another spacecraft and thus destroying it, causing a lot of space junk. Well, that's conjecture, and we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. We're now just about 1 month away from SpaceX launching the historic Inspiration 4 spacecraft. It'll be the first all-civilian space flight to take place. And the 4 people will orbit for, for 3 days in the Crew Dragon, which will be outfitted with a special module on top so that the astronauts will be able to look down on Earth. The Inspiration 4 will have a crew consisting of a St. Jude's physician assistant and a childhood cancer survivor. It'll have another person, Chris Shambosky, who will be up there, the science commander, and it'll have an artist, Sean Proctor. All of these individuals have something to do with St. Jude's and with cancer surviving. So they're trying to show that even though you may be a cancer survivor, you can still fly, you can still do the things that they want to do. They'll have a 3-day mission where they will be weightless and peer out on the Earth. In order to get ready for this, they have flown in an aircraft that simulates zero gravity. So they have already experienced weightless for a short period of time. They've also gone on a centrifuge to feel the weight that will be on their bodies as they whirl around and lift off from Earth. So it should be quite a mission for us to follow. Virgin Orbit has expanded its horizons with the Stennis Space Center. They are using Stennis Space Center to test out new rocket engines that will be used when Virgin Orbit flies satellites into space, starting off by launching on an aircraft and then dropping the launcher to fly into space. Get ready for another flight of the New Shepard spacecraft. New Shepard will fly on Wednesday, the 25th, in the early hours of the morning, around 9:35 a.m. They will launch from Texas, and they will fly to a suborbital altitude where the crew will have an opportunity to view Earth separately. You may recall that New Shepard launches horizontally with a capsule on top. When it reaches an altitude of about 50 miles above the Earth, the capsule is ejected and continues to fly upward for a few more miles while the first stage makes a soft landing back on Earth, and then the capsule returns to Earth under parachute and also makes a soft landing. This particular mission, one of the passengers will be an artist, so they can see exactly what it's like to fly in space and the impression that they get. NASA is also using this particular flight to fly several instruments that it will fly later on. So a lot is going on, to say the least. The Starlink, as I mentioned before, has now been mentioned in calls that have taken place in space, where satellites could have hit one another. The more satellites and the more space junk we have in low Earth orbit, the greater the chances are of a collision. The latest situation that took place saw 2 spacecrafts pass at a distance of 0.6 of one another. That's a pretty close call in space. Russians have said that Alexander Romanov, the first deputy director general for science, named to head Russia's project for a new all-Russian space station. So he will handle that one. Tomorrow we're going to tell you about practicing to go into space and about the flight that could take place today. So until tomorrow, have a great day, everybody.
That's Randy Siegel with the Space Report. He's on the program each and every weekday at this time. Time to head on over to Ellie's downtown deli, where Bonnie is standing by with it's like a smorgasbord of delectable treats down there, Bonnie, isn't it?
I'm telling you, you're right, Evan. And this one will make you want to just get on right over there
All right,
today.
let me hop in my car and I'll listen.
If you're craving a hamburger, how about try Jay's Loose Burger at Ellie's Deli? Jay's Loose Burger includes a white toasted sub roll filled with sauteed ground chuck, peppers and onions. You get pepper jack cheese in here. A little ketchup, mustard, and mayo will do.
Killing me. Oh, man, it sounds good.
Doesn't that sound tasty?
Yes.
Or you can try the Italian pork melt, too. This is on a toasted brioche roll topped with pepper crushed pork loin, baby broccoli, ripe heirloom tomatoes, provolone cheese, mayo, and poblano. Served with a side item of your choice today. Visit Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart now with their patio back open. Plus, they're at 50% dining inside with a full menu for pickup or delivery. Ellie's also has full dinners available for takeout. Plus, they're fabulous desserts as well. Call 772-781-6605 to order and pick up today. They're located 18 Southeast 6th Street, just off Colorado in Stewart. Call 772-781-6605. Ellie's Downtown Deli in Stewart.
It's 8:43 on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for news brought to you by St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. For the best deals in town on any type of precious metals, it's always St. Lucie Jewelry and Coin. Bonnie is standing by with the headlines. Good morning, Bonnie.
Good morning, Evan. President Joe Biden said he is willing to keep U.S. troops in Afghanistan until every American who wants to leave the country is evacuated. Americans should understand that we're going to try to get it done before August 31st, Biden said in an interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos. The president previously set an August 31st deadline to end the U.S. military mission in Afghanistan. But when pressed on whether Americans would be left behind, Biden told Stephanopoulos that he would be willing to stay beyond the deadline if more Americans needed to be evacuated. Up to 15,000 Americans were reportedly in Afghanistan following the Taliban's takeover. In the interview, Biden defended the Afghanistan withdrawal despite the chaotic nature of the past week. Biden added that no one expected the Taliban to take over Afghanistan in a matter of days. More than 126 Treasure Coast residents with COVID-19 have died since Florida stopped issuing death data by county June 3rd. Since the state stopped releasing this information in daily reports, it has not been readily available. The 126 deaths do not include an additional 14 people. Mary Beth Cunningham, the Indian River County Hospital District Chair, said she understands died over the weekend at Cleveland Clinic Indian River Hospital. The victims included people from in their 20s to their 60s. On Monday, 100 of 235 patients at the hospital in Vero Beach and 35 of 69 at Sebastian River Medical Center were COVID-19 patients, according to Michael Bonaggio, an internal medicine specialist. Those numbers had increased to 108 of 238 and 48 of 89, respectively, on Wednesday. On Monday, Cleveland Clinic Indian River Hospital reported there were more than 20 patients in the intensive care unit. About 90% of the hospitalized patients are unvaccinated, officials said, adding they are younger than patients seen previously. The governor is standing his ground when it comes to his ban on student mask mandates. Ron DeSantis says the State Board of Education should and will punish school districts for violating the order.
There will obviously be consequences, I think, in probably a number of different ways. And at the end of the day, you have local officials who do not believe they need to follow the law.
Florida's largest school district, Miami-Dade, is now joining Broward and Volusia counties in mandating masks for students. More sites in Florida are offering the free monoclonal antibody treatment for COVID patients.
The goal is to get people to just have a swift recovery without needing to go into the hospital. And obviously, if you're reducing hospitalizations and hospital admissions, you're going to obviously be saving lives as well.
Governor Ron DeSantis announcing new treatment sites in Pembroke Pines, in Broward County, and West Palm Beach. Prosecutors say they will seek the death penalty for the man accused of killing a Daytona Beach police officer. Officer Jason Rayner died this week after being shot in the head almost 2 months ago, allegedly by Othell Wallace. Officials with the Florida Department of Health are alerting the public to possible health issues and fish kills after several blue-green algae blooms were detected in lakes across central Florida. And lastly, travelers will have a new way to get to the Keys this fall. Allegiant Airlines is kicking off nonstop service between Key West and St. Petersburg. The Rays beat the Orioles 8-4 at St. Pete to remain 5 games up on the Yankees and Red Sox in the AL East. The Braves held off the Marlins at Miami 11-9. News time at 8:48 with weather and traffic together coming up.
$8:49, the time right now on the Get Up and Go show with Evan and Bonnie. It's time for traffic and weather together. Bonnie?
Well, Evan, we're looking at a nice clear ride during these early Thursday morning hours. We're not finding any accidents to report. US 1 looking good. Major highways nice and clear right here. And there's your latest look at traffic. We have 81 in Palm City, and this morning in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, cloudy and 56. Here's more on our weather at WPTV.
Your WPTV First Alert forecast calls for temperatures this morning in the upper 70s to low 80s under mostly clear skies and a couple of dotted showers for the morning commute. This afternoon, highs in the low 90s, heat index values in the triple digits. We'll see some hazy sunshine with a 20% chance for some inland showers. Tomorrow and Saturday, highs in the low 90s, abundant sunshine and some inland showers possible, but rain chances only at 20%. Sunday through Monday, hazy sunshine with a few more showers and storms, mainly focused around the lake, highs in the low 90s.
I'm WPTV First Alert meteorologist Katya Hall on WSTU AM 1450, Martin County's Heritage Station.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie on Martin County's Heritage Station, AM 1450 WSTU. Now let's get back to the program with Evan and Bonnie.
8:53 on the Get Up and Go Show with Evan and Bonnie, and I received a email from the Florida Department of Health from Martin County for all the Martin County residents talking about the COVID vaccine, and they're going to be offering free COVID-19 vaccines coming up. I'm going to just rifle through the list very quickly because we're on a limited amount of time till we have the news. So August 20th, 3 to 6 p.m. at the City of Stuart City Hall. It's all these will be the Pfizer vaccine if you're interested and you don't have your COVID vaccine. And these will all be done in the parking lot outside. August 23rd from 4:15 to 7:15 at David Anderson Middle School. August 24th from 4 to 7 at Martin County High. August 25th from 4:15 to 7:15 at Hidden Oaks Middle School. August 26th, 4:15 to 7:15 at Murray Middle School. August 27th from 4:15 to 7:15 at Stewart Middle. August 30th from 4 to 7 at Jensen Beach High. August 31st from 5 to 8 at Indian Town Middle. And lastly, September 1st from 4 to 7 at South Fork High School. And if you need that information, you can, of course, give us a call here at 220-9788.
And generally, when you go for your vaccine, what do you got to bring with you? Maybe like a driver's license?
That's it. You bring a photo ID. That's really all they want. Fill out a little paperwork. You won't be there that long. It's real simple. They give you a little pinch, and then you sit there for about 15 minutes, and they just monitor you, and then they shoo you away, and you're on your way.
They got to make sure you're ready to go home and that you can drive home safely.
Yes, definitely so, without a doubt. So make sure, and if you're looking at getting vaccinated, that's those are the different places to go. If you're not looking to get vaccinated, that's fine too. It's not for everybody, right, Bonnie?
No, it's the choice is completely up to you.
100%.
Just leave it at that.
100%. It's totally up to you. We don't look down on people that don't want to get it. We're not anti-vaxxers or anything like that. We just do our thing and we just get the news out to people. That's what we're here for.
Plenty of information.
Definitely.
That's right.
Definitely so. So what's on your plate for later today? Let me grab this call real quick. Hold on. Hi, you're on the air.
Yeah, man.
Well. I should have known it would have been you.
Hey, I want to tell everybody about Fredo's Jello COVID shots. Yeah,
Fredo's Jello COVID shots.
Shot. Yeah, man.
Okay, this should be interesting, Bonnie. Yeah, tell us
An
about
instant vaccine.
Tell us about your Jello
it's
shots.
Kind of what it is. It's like a Jello shot, but we teamed up with Pfizer and we teamed up with Absolute Vodka. Yeah, man. And the COVID shot is inside the Jello shot, and you just sit there and you just do the shot. Yeah, man. And then, you might be smashed by the end of it, but you'll be good. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Sounds
very
like you could even be enjoying shots with grandma.
Yeah, man.
No pain, no gain. No pain, no gain.
That's it. Yeah. Make it easy so you don't have to get stuck with a needle. Yeah, man.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I'll be on the side of Tanner Highway today. If you get the Fredo's Jello COVID shot, you get a free foot massage too. Yeah, man.
Oh, wow. That's such a bargain.
You'd probably have to give me a shot before I came in for a foot rub from you, Fredo. I would need a couple of shots.
Honey, once you get a foot rub from me, you won't want no other man touching your feet. Yeah, man.
Wow. Okay, he's that confident.
I guess so. He must be pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
World
Hey.
renowned. I even got the Queen want my feet massage. Yeah, man.
I have to ask you a question.
Yeah,
I
man.
have not heard from Lakeisha in the longest time. It's been a while since we've heard from Lakeisha.
There's a story about Lakeisha. Yeah, man.
Tell us real quick.
Bentley's not too happy right now.
No?
No, they broke up. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Was there another man
Lakeisha.
involved?
Yeah, Lakeisha decided to move over to Europe, and now she's headed up some charity events over there in Europe, and she had to break up with Bentley.
Oh, no. Bentley must be heartbroken.
That's probably.
Oh, he's so heartbroken. Yeah. Actually, he's done 4 of those Jello COVID shots already.
Wow. Okay.
If Bentley did 4 of those, I don't think he'd be waking up for like a week.
Wow.
Yeah, his birthday party's coming up next week, though.
we're going to have to see if Bentley maybe can call the program, because I think Bentley may need to hop on our virtual psychology couch. We may have to counsel him a little bit.
He might need that, but you might unearth certain things that you might not want to unearth, if you know what I mean. Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. Oh, well,
Yeah.
that could be very interesting. Could
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen.
So Bonnie, you ready for your Jello COVID shot today?
I'm not ready.
No.
I'm not quite ready for that.
No, she's not taking her Jello COVID shot.
Okay.
This is where I step in, and I am not going to allow her to come in your presence and get a Jello COVID shot.
Thank you, Evan. Thank you for looking out.
That's right.
For me.
Somebody's got to, dang it.
Gotta ruin my fun, Evan.
Well, what can I say? Go fly a kite, Fredo. All right, we'll talk to you later, Fredo.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, that's Fredo, folks. And that's a wrap for us, Bonnie. Another action-packed show.
Yeah.
It's Thursday.
Reason to smile. Just one more day before the weekend.
Yeah, remember, if you have good values on the inside, you won't look for validation on the outside.
Yeah, and take along. We have Denny Artachi coming in. Take him along, and make sure you join us tomorrow.
Oh, it's going to be a wild
for our show.
ride. Definitely so. After 9 o'clock, make sure and listen to Today with Denny. We're WSTU Stewart, Martin County's Heritage Station. The news is coming up next.